was really excited about the win. Once again, have great respect for Coach Talley and Villanova football and the rivalry that we've had with them. And I certainly felt good all week that my team was going to play really well. I think that there was some question as to, after last week's triple overtime experience, whether that might have been a little draining, and I really didn't feel that way at all. I felt that it was really something that even united us more and strengthened our resolve and our purpose, and I really believed that we were going to be highly motivated. And we were today. Defense was really extraordinary. I don't have the stats in front of me, but shutout really stepped up big. The only time I really felt that we were threatened was there in the first or second quarter when they drove down into the red zone and Billy Coghill picked off a ball in the end zone and brought it out. So really proud of our defense. And I told our kids in the locker room, I said, I've been telling everybody for 8 months, this might be the best defense I've ever had, and we need to start playing like that. And they certainly rallied today in a big way against a good football team. Villanova had been scoring quickly and gaining yards in big chunks. They didn't have a lot of chunks out there today. Offensively, I felt that we just did not take advantage of all the opportunities that were presented to us. And I need to put a little more thought in that. And, I recognize the running back situation kind of being what it is. And I understand how that, could create a little lack of rhythm and continuity. But I do think, though, that with our defense presenting so many opportunities, we could have extended this thing earlier and not be in a two-possession game, deep into the fourth quarter. I thought Griff had a great game kicking. I thought he had a really big game kicking the ball today. Every time I sent him out there, I felt confident, but every one of them was a big kick, in a tight game like that. So humble and hungry are kind of the two things that I spoke of here in the locker room. We got to remain humble here, and we got to remain hungry as we go on the road to play yet another team that it will be coming off an open date. So at this time, I'll take any questions here from the media.
Coach, could you name a factor or two that made that defense so effective?
Well, this happens sometimes, John, and we've talked about it. Every now and then, we're kind of set up to defend that kind of offense. So everything that we kind of do from day one kind of works, it matches, it fits. And whenever you're able to do that, especially early in the week, early in the week, you're looking at your defense against their plays and you're getting it on film and you're trying to make sure if you can stay in your system. If you can stay in your system, that's a good thing. If you can't, then you got to start making some adjustments, which could be good or bad, depending on how they could exploit that. But that style of offense, I thought we fit well. And then I got to, again, just acknowledge the D-line, front seven. I mean, we played really physical, and we did not get knocked around much at all. So it was hard for them to get big creases or big chunks of yards.
Coach, it seems each of these
games
during this win streak, the theme has changed as the game goes along. Last week, triple overtime, scoring game against Towson. Today, you have to slug one out there. It's a full win, fourth quarter. Does it feel that way for you guys as coaches, that no matter what, the theme has to change to get the win?
Yeah, and I think another way that I have been saying that is we can win a lot of different ways. And, a lot of good teams really kind of struggle with that mindset. If they're not in rhythm throwing the ball, it's not their day. You know what I mean? That type of thing. And we've kind of been able to win different ways. I don't want to say win ugly because I don't really mean that. But we can win a shootout. We can win a 10-7 game. We could win by running the ball, and we can win by, taking the ball away. So from week to week, we're never really like out of it in terms of our ability to, find a way. So I like that about this team. I think I've heard some people, say that's one of the things about this team when they're watching us, that there's a lot of different ways they can beat you. Laletta to Brian Brown can beat you. But that's not really the only way that we're moving the ball out there and getting chunks.
Coach, I know Brian's not obviously the only person who can make plays on offense, but what does a guy like him do for your offense when the running back situation is what it is with the injuries?
Well, I think he does an awful lot, but I think it really starts just with the reality that he draws a lot of attention. And when you start putting a lot of attention on one player, it really forces you to be light on occasions with other players. And John does a really good job of moving Brian around and trying to create matchups and mismatches. And so I think that's one of the things that has been really good. We get the ball to Brian in a lot of situations, a lot of key situations, but sometimes he's out there occupying defenders, and really the intent is to go the other way or go to the single X or run the ball away. So he just draws an awful lot of attention. He's a great player. He's a great young man, great student athlete, and he's really enjoying an exceptional senior season.
Coach, you mentioned the game situation. With it being this late in the year, is it more so the volume keeping defenses honest? If, even though the game may be struggling at times, just to.
I didn't hear the first part of the question. I'm sorry.
In regards to the running game situation.
Yep.
Is it, at this point of the
Yeah.
season, is it more just keeping the defense honest with the volume of carries?
Yeah.
The group has?
That's a good question. I don't have a real good answer. I know, like, for example, one of the things that Villanova was able to do the last 3 weeks is go out there and just run the ball right down the field and score. And there's not a better feeling for the head coach than to see your offense go out there and run the ball down the field, first downs, and get the ball in the end zone, because that's control. And so I want to be able to do that better, be able to control the game more with the run game. I think, to your point, that's where we're at right now. We're running it enough to keep people honest and have to defend the run, but we really aren't running the ball with the mindset that we're going to just march the ball down the field and get the ball in the end zone. So it's a very comforting feeling for me when I see our offense be able to go out there and possess, control, and then drive the ball.
Coach, to piggyback on that, David Broadus still has been running the football for you guys out of the backfield and shotgun under center. Is this just a very long, elaborate set up for a play action that he throws the football, or is it just all run for him?
No, it's a little bit of both. And the thing, I talked to John late this week about the quarterback position, and David Broadus has been practicing really well at quarterback. You guys remember last year when we were getting ready to go up to North Dakota, Laletta didn't practice all week, and Broadus took every snap in practice that week. And I was really close to starting Broadus in that game up there. So, David's a quarterback, and he's got another skill set, and we're just trying to maximize that skill set, So we can't really afford to move him to full-time running back because, in theory, we need him at quarterback right now.
After a couple of close wins the past couple of weeks, grinded out wins, does a win like this do anything different for the team, or is a win a win?
Well, we'll find out. I mean, we'll find out. I think that it's a pretty good score against a really good team in a really big game. So humble and hungry, and, kind of move on here to Elon this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.